Think about the sheer volume of physical infrastructure required to keep a municipality running. It is millions of individual assets, spanning from the streetlights overhead to the pavement beneath your tires, all the way down to the water mains buried deep underground. For decades, tracking the maintenance of these assets relied on a fractured web of citizen hotlines, dispatcher whiteboards, and scattered legacy software programs. The core operational flaw here is location. Critical maintenance data is trapped in isolated databases, completely divorced from the physical geography of the city itself. When field crews and office staff cannot see the exact spatial reality of an issue, local governments bleed money. They burn through hours of wasted travel time, misallocated parts, and blind emergency responses. Managing interconnected physical infrastructure using fragmented digital records leaves a city with no option but to operate entirely on defense. Trimble Unity Maintain tackles this by anchoring every option to a map. It is a GIS-centric platform designed to show exactly what is happening across the organization. Here, every citizen request, dispatched field worker, aging asset, and replacement part exists within one shared geographic reality. To permanently solve the physical decay of a city, you have to unify its digital data on a map. Let's trace a repair from start to finish. It begins with a catalyst. A citizen spots a leaking water valve and reports the issue using the public access portal. Bypassing the traditional phone hotline, the data flows directly into the Respond module, instantly materializing as a precise coordinate on a live utility network map. An office manager can then spot the anomaly, view details, and generate a targeted work order. The system then allows the manager to immediately assign and route this digital work order directly to a specific field crew. Because everything is centralized geographically, the chaotic gap between citizen discovery and crew deployment vanishes. In the trench, the crew executes the repair using the Trimble Unity Field app on a mobile device. Since utility work often happens in cellular dead zones, the app uses an offline cache to load the complex utility network hierarchy directly on screen. The worker locates the exact valve, captures photographic evidence of the leak, and fills out validated inspection forms. Digitizing the immediate physical environment guarantees that accurate, standardized data is collected, regardless of whether the tablet has an internet connection. Fixing the broken valve requires some very specific resources. The crew logs a new physical part and 4 hours of specialized labor to get the water flowing correctly again. The moment those materials are added to the work order, the storeroom module instantly deducts the physical parts from the city's active inventory warehouse to adjust the stock on hand. Simultaneously, the OpEx module calculates the exact financial cost of both the human labor and the physical replacement parts. This finalized cost data does not sit in an isolated spreadsheet. It is permanently attached to the specific asset's digital record directly on the geographic map. A physical repair is not truly complete until its financial and material costs are permanently anchored to its exact location in the real world. Day after day, as field crews log thousands of individual repairs, they are doing something much larger, building a massive, living dataset of the city's total infrastructure. To process this vast historical dataset, administrators turn to an analytical engine called Operational Insights. This chart shows the risk matrix the system generates. It calculates an individual asset's overall health by plotting its probability of failure along the x-axis against the systemic consequence of that failure on the y-axis. By rigorously logging granular reactive repairs, the city inevitably builds the mathematical foundation required to predict future systemic failures. City planners can then utilize these health calculations to pinpoint exactly which underground pipes are at the highest risk, scheduling replacements long before they actively burst and flood a street. When it comes time to secure funding, local governments can justify their multi-million-dollar capital budgets using hard empirical geographic data rather than historical guesswork. Planners move away from blindly reacting to citizen emergencies, using their resources instead to proactively prioritize capital improvement funding where the math shows it is needed most. Trimble Unity Maintain tackles this by anchoring every option to a map, with a unified geographic system that keeps the whole community moving forward.